Advantages and disadvantages. The T-72 tank, despite its widespread use and long service history, possesses a number of notable drawbacks stemming from both the technical limitations of its time and specific design features. One of the issues lies in the layout of the fighting compartment. The tank's crew space is cramped and uncomfortable, especially during prolonged operations. This reduces ergonomics and increases crew fatigue, which can negatively affect combat performance. The power plant is another point of criticism. The installed V46 diesel engine, producing around 780 horsepower, does not provide sufficient mobility for the tank under modern combat conditions. This is particularly evident on rough terrain, and when there is a need to quickly reposition. Furthermore, the engine is not highly reliable under intense use and does not offer enough power reserve for installing additional equipment or armor. Another weak point of the T-72 is its fire control system, especially in early variants. Firing accuracy suffers due to outdated optics, a lack of modern stabilizers, and limited aiming capabilities while on the move. This is especially problematic when facing more advanced tanks equipped with high-tech targeting systems and thermal imaging. The autoloader, one of the T-72's distinctive features, has both advantages and vulnerabilities. On one hand, it allows for a reduced crew of 3 and a more compact tank design. On the other, it poses serious risks. The autoloader's design involves storing ammunition inside the crew compartment on a rotating carousel mechanism, which, in the event of armor penetration, often leads to the detonation of the ammunition and the complete destruction of the tank. This characteristic has gained unfortunate notoriety, and is a major reason for the T-72's high vulnerability to side hits. Over time, and in response to evolving battlefield requirements, the T-72 has undergone numerous upgrades. Some of these include the installation of new engines, improved fire control systems, reactive and modular armor, as well as active protection systems. These upgrades have enhanced the tank's combat capability, improving its accuracy, protection, and mobility. Nevertheless, even the most modern versions have not fully eliminated the original design flaws, especially those related to internal ammunition storage and the overall level of protection. The T-72 tank possesses a number of advantages and features that have ensured its widespread use and long service life in the armed forces of many countries. One of the key strengths of the vehicle is its high mobility. The T-72 demonstrates good speed and maneuverability across various types of terrain. It is capable of reaching speeds up to 60 km per hour on highways, making it quite fast for a vehicle of its class. This agility is especially important in modern combat conditions, where a tank must not only deliver strikes but also quickly change positions, avoid return fire, and respond to a constantly changing battlefield environment. Another important feature of the T-72 is the presence of a system for protection against weapons of mass destruction. From the outset, the tank was equipped with a nuclear, biological, and chemical protection system, which enables the crew to survive and continue carrying out combat missions in the event of nuclear, biological, or chemical weapon use. The system hermetically seals the interior, filters the air, and maintains positive pressure to prevent the penetration of harmful agents. This provides the tank with additional resilience when operating in areas contaminated by radioactive or chemical substances, which is particularly relevant in total war scenarios or in cases where prohibited types of weapons are used. The combination of high mobility and protection against weapons of mass destruction makes the T-72 a versatile combat vehicle capable of operating effectively in a wide range of conditions, from maneuver warfare on open plains to operations in high-threat environments. These qualities have played a significant role in its successful service over decades and have secured its status as one of the most recognizable and widely produced tanks in the world. Modifications and armament of the T-72. During its service life, The T-72 underwent numerous improvements and modifications aimed at enhancing its combat capabilities and survivability. This tank was designed with the necessity of effectively engaging various types of targets on the battlefield in mind, which is reflected in the variety of ammunition used to arm the vehicle. The early versions of the T-72 were equipped with an optical rangefinder that allowed the gunner to determine the distance to the target and aim with a certain degree of accuracy. However, with the advancement of technology and increasing demands for combat effectiveness, there arose a need for more precise and reliable targeting systems. The T-72A model was fitted with a laser rangefinder, which significantly improved firing accuracy. Along with it came an electronic fire control system that automated the aiming process, enabled faster responses to changing battlefield conditions, and increased the likelihood of successfully hitting targets. Additionally, tank protection became a crucial part of the modernization. The armor on the early models provided sufficient defense against shells and anti-tank weapons. But as more powerful armaments appeared on the battlefield, enhanced protection was necessary. The T-72M modifications, nicknamed Warsaw, received reinforced armor, which increased the survivability of both the crew and the vehicle when struck by anti-tank rounds. Later, the T-72G model introduced reactive armor, an additional layer of active protection that effectively reduced the impact of shaped charge and armor-piercing munitions. Thus, the development of the T-72 progressed along the path of improving firing accuracy and enhancing protection. Popularity and cost of the T-72. The T-72 is one of the most mass-produced and widely used main battle tanks in the world, thanks to its combination of high combat effectiveness, affordable cost, and upgrade potential. It gained popularity not only among former Soviet armies but also many countries worldwide, especially those with limited defense budgets needing reliable armored vehicles. A key reason for its popularity is the relatively low price, around $500,000, much less than modern Western tanks. This affordability makes the T-72 attractive to developing countries aiming to strengthen their forces without excessive costs. As a result, it's widely purchased in Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East, including Ethiopia, Angola, Sudan, South Sudan, and Venezuela, where it plays a crucial role in their armored fleets. Besides cost, the T-72's adaptability for modernization helps it stay relevant. Over decades, new technologies and systems have been introduced, allowing gradual upgrades without buying new tanks. Even countries with advanced military industries, like the US and Israel, have helped modernize T-72s in Iraq and elsewhere, showing its recognized importance. Iran was one of the last licensed producers until 2012, and the tank still holds a key role in its armed forces and other regions, proving its durability. Modern conflicts, including the war in Ukraine, demonstrate the T-72's continued effectiveness due to its reliability, ease of use, and upgrade options. Conclusion. The T-72 holds a significant place in the history of tank building and is considered one of the most mass-produced and successful main battle tank models of its time. This tank was developed in the Soviet Union during a period when the primary task was to counter enemy armored vehicles equipped with 105 mm guns, which were the standard for many armies worldwide. In this context, the T-72 became a powerful response, combining high firepower, reliable armor protection, and relatively low production cost. However, with the advancement of technology and the emergence of new generations of combat vehicles, the situation changed. In particular, the introduction of tanks with more powerful 120 mm guns by Western armies significantly increased the demands for armor protection and firepower. Under these conditions, the original concept of the T-72 became less relevant, as its armament and protection were designed to counter older tank models. Despite this, the T-72 did not lose its significance entirely. Its design proved flexible enough to undergo numerous upgrades and adapt to new combat conditions. Today, the T-72 can be considered an important stage in the development of armored vehicles, symbolizing the transition from earlier generation tanks to modern combat machines with improved capabilities. Its role in military history is hard to overestimate. It has served and continues to serve as the backbone of armored forces in many countries, demonstrating high reliability, versatility, and adaptability.